Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name's Lisa. Today I'm going to be resetting my living room and my dining room. I was also going to do my kitchen, but my daughter actually got that done for me, so I didn't have to worry about it. We are hosting 4th of July this weekend, and I want to try and get everything at least basically under control before our guests arrive on Saturday. First, let's do a grandbaby check-in though. She is getting so big. She's just a little over 6 months right now. She's about 6.5 months. And she can get this walker up to top speed, man. She can just fly around in this walker. And she is just such a happy baby. And she's babbling and screaming and screeching. And I just love her to death. She's getting so big. So this is what we're starting with in the living room. I'm gonna open up some windows. It's supposed to get like 96 degrees today where I live, with a heat index of 106 or something. So I'm starting really early in the morning, so that way I can open up windows. And I got my front door open with the fan sucking out. Since the baby's here and she's up and around, and I just want to make sure that, she doesn't breathe in a whole lot of dust. So I also have my back patio door open, and then my back door open, and a window in the dining room open as well. I just really want to try and keep as much dust, from bothering her as I can. As you can see, she's very interested in everything that I'm doing. Like I said, she's just getting really big. She's really learned how to use that walker. And we were so thankful that she actually liked the walker, because she didn't like the swing. She didn't like the bouncer. She really didn't like anything. And when she was about a little over 4 months, like 4.5 months or so, I had told Jada, I was like, when you guys were that age, I put you in a walker and you loved it. Why don't you see if she likes it? And she did. So we also hang a blanket we don't have central air, so we use air conditioners, and we hang a thick blanket up to separate the living room from the rest of the house. And I'm gonna take this blanket down and give it a good wash, and I'm actually gonna hang a different blanket up, one that, I don't know, kind of matches the decor a little better, besides the big thick purple blanket. But it does what it needs to do. Maybe someday I'll have central air. Kind of doubt it. It's kind of an old house, but you never know. So for now, we just live with air conditioning. Now the baby is also getting to that age where she wants to touch everything and grab everything. So I have to make sure that I put all my equipment away. She grabbed my step stool a couple weeks ago and bonked herself right in the head with it. And so I have to make sure everything gets put away. And she also loves the dog water. The dog water is right there in the corner, and she will run over it with her walker and drag it across the floor and spill water everywhere. So yeah, that's something else we have to watch. I have not been able to put her in a video like this before, because she was still real small and her mom was just kind of carrying her around. So I just thought it would be kind of fun to put her in, a video for the first time like this, and you can just kind of see her. I've been doing little grandbaby check-ins pretty much since she's been born. If you're new here, I have 4 little grandkids, and she's my youngest. She's my daughter's daughter, and my daughter and her husband live with us, along with the baby, of course. And I will show her a little bit in videos here and there as she has gotten older and grown. And so it's just kind of fun having her in this video. While I was editing it, it was just really cracking me up. She is just very interested in what I'm doing. So I'm going to start over here by the couch. I just kind of picked everything up off the couch, and I'm going to sweep the floor. These floors get a lot of dust and a lot of dog hair on them. That's a big reason why I leave the windows and the doors open whenever I dust. Now watch this girl. Boom. She wants the vacuum sweeper off. Sorry. She's just so funny. She just really wants that vacuum sweeper, boy. Let me tell you what. So I'm gonna give her baby doll. Here, you want this baby? She's like, no, I want the sweeper. Anyway, I'm gonna sweep off the couch. It gets dog hair on it. The dogs, I let my dogs get up there. I probably shouldn't, but I do. So I like to vacuum the couch really well and spray it down with some disinfectant. I do this a couple times a week just to kind of keep it from building up and getting too dirty. And since we're gonna have guests over, I'm assuming they're probably gonna want to sit on the couch, and I don't want it to smell like dogs, so I'm gonna clean it up just a little bit here. It only takes a minute. One of these days I hope to get like one of those little handheld sweepers. Those would be really nice. I don't know what they're called nowadays. I know back in the day they used to call them like a handheld dirt devil or something. So Jada's gonna eat her breakfast, and the baby, she's at the age now where she can eat food, but her mom was eating something really spicy, so she wasn't able to share it this morning. And there's just a couple of little spots on the couch. I had my other grandkids over over this past weekend, and they had oatmeal, and sometimes the oatmeal can get a little sloppy. So there's just a couple of spots on the couch that I'm going to clean off. Just wipe them off real quick. And this, the dogs like to sleep on. So I make sure that I sweep that off as well. And I'm going to spray it down with some disinfectant. And it just will freshen it up and just make sure the dogs don't leave any kind of nasty germs. They're country dogs, so Lord only knows what they get into. And I usually have two TV trays, but again, because the baby's mobile now, I only have one. She can't really make it over here in this corner, so that's where we just leave the one, and then we'll pull out the other one when we need it. It's just stuck behind the couch, and we'll just pull it out if we need it. And this is her little bookshelf. Now, what I'm doing as far as like wiping off my furniture, all my flat surfaces, is I'm just using a wet towel. I'm not using any kind of furniture polish or anything like that. Normally I would. If she wasn't here, I probably would. But with all of the dust that I'm kicking up on the floor, I didn't want to add to it by dusting off the furniture. I have a lot of dirt dust. There's a lot of farm fields around me, and a highway, and it kicks up a lot of dirt dust, so it settles on my furniture pretty bad, and I didn't want to kick too much of that up, and so I just use a wet towel because it seems to just keep the dust from flying. The water does, as opposed to like using polish. Now, my plan is Friday evening, before everybody comes over, I'm going to go through and touch the house back up again. There's a couple of spots on the walls that I noticed needs touched up, that like maybe the dogs had brushed it when they were wet or muddy or something. My front door needs wiped down a little bit. So I'll do that kind of stuff Friday. Right now, I'm just kind of getting things back under control. I've been out in my garden working, and before that, I was sick for a couple of weeks, and then I really had to catch up on my garden. It was like really really weedy. So now I'm gonna catch up on the house, and of course, it's right before the holiday, so it all worked out. And I changed out my runner on that little dresser there. The other one, the cats like to sleep up there, and it had cat hair all over it, so it needed to be thrown in the washer. And we just bought this air conditioner like the day before I shot this video. It's a portable one, and it seems to work pretty good, honestly. We got it over at Menards, and it's pretty nice, so we'll see how it does today. On this day, it's going to be, like I said, almost 106 with the humidity and all that, so we'll see how well it does, if it's worth its money. Again, I'm just going through and wiping down all of the flat surfaces and picking things up off the floor, and I'm going to sweep and mop and empty out the diaper pail and do all that kind of little stuff. Now also Friday too, I'm going to throw these dog beds in the washer. I don't want I was thinking about doing it this day, but I was like, man, by the time Friday comes, they're gonna have it stinking like dog again. So I'll just throw it in Friday morning, and then by Saturday they should still smell at least half clean, maybe not completely fresh, but at least a lot fresher. And as you can see, there's a lot of dust, a lot of dog hair, this is pretty typical for us. I am not surprised by the amount of dog hair we have. If you don't know, we have 5 dogs. 4 of them are my daughters. I only have one. I had 2, but we lost our bear last fall. So now we're just down to Desiree. She's a 13-year-old little mutt. But you know, I've had her for forever. And so I'm just gonna go over it with a mop, and get up whatever dust is still left and clean up whatever's on the floor. It's not too bad. There's a spot there. I'm not really sure what that was, but it came right up with a little scrub. And yeah, so this little wet mop will just it will just get up all of the dust off the floor. And then I will be pretty much done in here. Now, like I said, I'm washing a blanket that I'm going to hang up over the doorway. And then once that's done, I'm going to hang that back up and close everything up in here and turn on the air conditioner. At this point, Jada's already taken the baby upstairs to get her little nap in. And then I'm hoping that the blanket will be done and I'll have it hung back up and the air conditioner on, and it'll be nice and cool in here for when she wakes up, because at this point it's starting to get pretty warm. So I'm gonna put these dog beds back, and I think that'll be it for in here. So here's where we started, just a little flashback. It wasn't bad, just a little messy. Needed picked up, things needed wiped down, and blankets needed folded and put away. It was not bad at all. If you've seen any of my other videos, then you already know that it has been way worse. So yeah, you know, it's fine, no big deal. And then here's after straightening it up, dusting everything down, and sweeping them up on the floor. See, just wiping flat surfaces and doing the floor and picking things up can make a huge difference. You don't always have to do a deep clean. So then I'm gonna move to my dining room. And if you've seen my videos before, you already know my dining room is like a catch-all. It is like the center of my home. If not, then now you know. It's the center of my home. My refrigerator is still out. That's why I still have a refrigerator in my dining room. So what I'm going to start with in here is just cleaning off this cabinet top. It's got a lot of my 4th of July decorations and things I'm going to use for a get together. And so I'm just going to go through and I'm going to put everything in one bag, because I went to several different stores and bought stuff. So I got like a bunch of different bags, but it'll all fit in one bag. And those are our little campfire pie cooker things. And then I'm just going to wipe it off, and I'm going to move everything from one side to the other and wipe that side off, because honestly, this dining room kind of felt overwhelming to me. So what I was thinking to myself is, again, just do sections. Start with sections. When things feel overwhelming for me, that's what always works, is just working in sections. So that's kind of what I'm doing, is I just kind of worked in sections, put things where they belonged, threw things away, and condensed whatever I could, like the 4th of July stuff. I just kind of condensed it into one bag so that it didn't feel so overwhelming. And then of course I had to have a coffee break so that I could keep going. I'm going to put all my cleaning stuff away and lay out a new runner, and we're good to go. At least this little section is. And this is my table. Now this, I had all my plants on for my garden, and I have a few that were just late bloomers, and I'm gonna take those out to the garden probably in the morning, and so they're just kind of sitting there. So I need to put those away. I need to go through all these bags on the table. Some of it is Jada's stuff for the baby, and some of it is just, household stuff, 4th of July type stuff. Um, so yeah, it just needs put away, needs put in their home. I'm gonna get my little gardening stuff all cleaned up, empty out these trays that never bloomed, um, which is so discouraging sometimes. I think they were old seeds, is what it was. These were gonna be flowers, so it's fine. We weren't gonna eat them, just flowers. But still, it can feel discouraging sometimes. It is what it is. I always say, well, maybe next year. I hope next year. Um, you never know. But yeah, so I'm just gonna empty out all these trays, get all this stuff together, and put it in the tote and get it ready to go outside into the garage because I'm done with it for the year. That's my box of seeds. I have so many seeds in there. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them all. Um, I have seeds of all kinds of flowers and vegetables, and yeah, I just don't know what I'm gonna do with them all. And then I'm gonna wipe the table down. Now, I had thought about moving this table back over to its original spot in the middle of the dining room. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think I'm gonna do it because of the baby. She just loves coming in this dining room, and there's just so much space for her to roll around. She can reach the chairs, so a lot of times we'll set little toys on the chairs just to kind of encourage her to reach and grab, which is kind of a catch 22. It's good for her, to stimulate her, but at the same time, it kind of teaches her to grab stuff, and maybe sometimes things shouldn't be grabbed. So it's kind of a catch 22. But yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna put the table back into the middle of the dining room anytime soon. We have another back door that we can use to go in and out of. We use it all the time when I have seeds up here, so I don't see any reason why we can't continue to use it. Now, these little mats, I got them at a church yard sale or a church rummage sale for $1. They were just so pretty, and they matched the sage green that I've got going on throughout the house. And so I just grabbed them, but they needed washed. I've had them for a while, and they need washed, so I'm just gonna throw them in the washer, and then I will leave them sit out in the sun to dry. Now, the only thing is they leave this like green sticky filmy stuff on my chairs. I'm not sure why. They're kind of rubber on the bottom, so I think it's something like that. And so I'm gonna have to wipe that off my chairs, but it just comes right off. It just dusts right off, and it works because these chairs are pretty hard. They're solid wood, so they're kind of hard. And this is my little fridge. That's the one I use. Jada uses the bigger one. And it looked like something maybe had spilled and dripped out. So I'm going to have to eventually get in there and clean it out and see what happened there. So my blanket got done, and I'm going to hang it back up. And then I'm going to get the AC kicked on. And there's Jada. She's getting ready to go into the kitchen right now and start cleaning that up for me. I thought that was really nice. She got the baby down for a nap, so she used her time to clean up the kitchen, which I thought was really nice. She didn't have to do it. I told her she didn't have to, but she really wanted to. The baby's taking a little bit longer naps in the day, so she's got a little bit more freedom now, and she gets to do little things for herself. I'm really hoping someday, though, that I do eventually get central air. Again, I don't know. It's kind of an old house. I don't know if they would be able to do it or not. I'm thinking maybe if I ever need a new furnace, maybe that's when I'll get it put in. But you know what? Just hanging blankets and using an air conditioner is just fine. It gets us through the summer. We don't have hot temperatures all year long, so it's only really super hot like in July and August. So this works out pretty good for us. And like I said, we just bought this one, and we're going to see how well it does. We had to get a new one because of the shape of our windows now. They kind of open out instead of up, like a up and down window. So we had to get something that would fit. Uh, the the uh, the other air conditioner just didn't fit anymore. So now I'm going to go through and I'm going to wipe off all of these chairs and get that green stuff off of it, that those little cushions leave. And then I'm also going to clean off the bottom of my chairs. They are just a magnet for dog hair, let me tell you. When we had our bear, when he was here, he had really long, thick black hair. It was really long, kind of like it would remind you of like a golden retriever, except for it was black. And it was thick. It was a really thick fur. And he would just shed, and everything would just be covered in black fur. And my chairs, I'm gonna tell you, man, when I would go to clean them off, I could probably make a wig out of how much fur I pulled off the bottom of these chairs. Now it's not as bad anymore, but you know, I still have 5 dogs that live here, and it's hot out, so they're shedding for sure. And these chairs will still collect fur all over them. So this is just something I have to do just whenever it gets bad. You know, it'll get to the point where you can't even slide the chairs anymore. So yeah, I just flip them upside down and just wipe them off, and you're good to go. No biggie. I'm gonna get this floor swept. And you see the fur. Again, that's just something that's just really typical. You know, and then there's other stuff on the floor as well. Like I said, I've just really been really busy outside. I haven't been in the house to, you know, stay up on it. I'm gonna tell you though, my garden is like, it's someplace I just really love to be, and I would rather be out there than anywhere. And this is the baby's little high chair. I actually got this for my oldest granddaughter when she was first born, and it's gone through all of the grandkids, and now it's down to the baby, and she loves it. She just loves sitting up there and eating her little food because she's starting to eat solids now, and experiment with different foods and stuff. So she just loves to sit in here and eat her little food with her mom, and it's just so cute to watch her. It's just crazy how fast she's grown. It seems like the days have just flown by. The nights are very long still. She still doesn't sleep through the night. She does like 2-3 hours at a time, and then she'll be awake for a while, and then another 2-3 hours, and it drives Jada crazy. But you know, I don't know. That's just how babies are sometimes, I guess. And so I'm gonna clean off my little coffee nook. Now I'm gonna wash all of my stuff, my coffee container and my sugar container. I'm even gonna wash out the coffee actual machine, you know, the brewer, and I'm gonna wash that out as well and put that all back. I'm gonna get it wiped down. There's always just little coffee splashes up here all the time. It doesn't matter how hard I try to keep it clean. It just gets coffee and sugar on it all the time. This is something we clean quite regularly. I think what happens though is sometimes we just get busy and we don't clean it as soon as, you know, we make a mess, which is probably what we should do, but you know, it is what it is. And I'm going to wipe off these shelves. They're just a little dusty. Again, you know, I get really bad dirt dust, and they catch a lot of stuff. I just throw a lot of stuff on them. I don't know. That's just what I do. And then I'll go back through and I'll think, where did all this stuff come from? Well, I know exactly where it came from. I threw it up there because I didn't feel like putting it away. Uh, so yeah, so now I gotta put it away because we got company coming. I don't want them to see all my junk. So I'm gonna go through and wipe all these shelves down and get the dust off and whatever's on them. Like I said, I just collect stuff and throw them on a shelf. So put all the stuff where it goes. A lot of times too, because I can certain foods like pickles and peppers and stuff like that, we'll open the can, and instead of me taking it all the way downstairs, I think to myself, oh, I'll just put it on the shelf right next to the basement door. And when I go down to the basement to do laundry, I'll take it with me. And then I don't. And it just sits there. And so then I just gather them all up, put them in a bag, and then eventually get them down there. And so that's what I did today. I took them all down today. I also keep like spaghetti sauce jars and jelly jars and things like that. Um, Now I usually make my own spaghetti sauce, but like Jada buys spaghetti sauce, so I'll keep her jars. And jelly, I have ran out of my homemade jelly, so when my grandkids come over, I'll just run to the store real quick and make sure they have peanut butter and jelly. It's a really easy go-to, and they just love it, and it's halfway good for them. So yeah, I'll just save those jars too, because I didn't tell you this, but you can use them to can in. You just want to make sure they seal, but I didn't tell you that. So I'm gonna get this all cleaned up, and I'm gonna get this stuff that I cleaned off of the nook that I knocked onto the floor. I'm gonna go ahead and get that swept and mopped up so that I'm not stepping all over it and dragging it throughout the house. And I'm gonna start putting everything back together. Like I said, I completely scrubbed down this whole coffee, the machine, the brewer, whatever you call it, and I washed all my canisters, and now I'm gonna refill everything, restock it, and then we should be good to go for Saturday still. It should still be nice and full. There you go. Now I'm gonna finish up my floors. These floors sometimes, wow, they just get, really hairy. And I think to myself, what if I had carpet? Would I be able to like get all of this hair and dirt and dust like out of the carpet? I just don't know. The house we lived in before we bought this house, it was completely carpeted. Just about every room had carpet in it, even the bathrooms. Oh, that was a nightmare. But it had carpet everywhere, and I don't know how clean it would come. We didn't have dogs back then, and well, I guess we did. We had Desiree, but she was the only one we had. And it just felt like we would shampoo the carpets and everything, and it just felt like they always kind of just had an odor to them, and they just never felt really clean. I don't know, that maybe it's just me, maybe it's just a personal preference. I don't really care for carpet. I think it can make a home look really, really beautiful. There is no doubt about that. But myself personally, I really like having these wood floors. I just feel like they're just easier to clean. I don't know. I don't have to worry about mold or mildew building up in them. And like I said, it's probably just a personal preference kind of a thing. I just like it better. Now in the winter though, I could see where a carpet would, keep your floors nice and warm. Now because it was like 90 whatever degrees outside, these little cushion covers, they did not take long to dry at all, and they smell so good. They smell like outside and sunshine. So I'm really glad I washed them and put them outside. And I'm gonna put them all back together, and then cover the seats with them. Now I like the little rubber part because it does keep them from sliding around. That was one thing I kind of worried about when I noticed it didn't have any ties on them. But I thought, oh, we'll see. We'll give it a try. If nothing else, I can use them outside. But no, they stay on really, really good. Now that rubber part, it reminds me of those like drawer liners that you put in your drawers. That's what it kind of feels like. That kind of like rubbery feeling. And another thing that's really good about it too is that the baby can't pull them off. So that's good. They don't end up on the floor or something. A lot of her toys and things that she grabs just usually ends up on the floor. But yeah, these don't. So that's good. But she does like them. She'll go and play with them and, like scratch them with her little fingers. They do catch her attention. So I'm going to put those back on. And then I'm just about done, really. Now, like I said, the kitchen was done already. So the only thing I did was just add this little chicken mat that Jada got me for Mother's Day. So she did a really good job in the kitchen. She even put the dishes away. Usually I'm the only one that washes them and puts them away. But this is where we started, in the dining room. It's a total mess. But I want to tell you guys, thanks a lot for hanging out with me today. If you liked my video, I would ask you to give me a thumbs up. And if you think maybe you'd like to see some more of my content, just hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Yeah, so this is it. It looks really good, feels really comfortable. And at this time, by the time I was done, the living room was nice and cool. So I went and had a coffee in the living room. All right, you guys, I'm gonna let you go. I'll talk to you later. Bye.